We still don't have the next generation Impreza Crosstrek, but Subaru throws us the bone with a special edition. Legacy, Outback, and Ascent all get facelifts for the mid-cycle refresh. Subaru sales continue to fall for Q1 2022. Today is Wednesday, June 22nd, 2022, and this is Subaru News. So Subaru has recently unveiled the 2023 Impreza and Crosstrek, and unfortunately, it's more of the same. We don't have that next generation of Crosstrek yet. I know I did a video a while back, I'll post it up here in the corner, of the new Crosstrek in Spy camouflage seen driving around a couple months ago. Now, we don't know what the holdup is as why they have delayed this next generation, but we can pretty much guess that it's due to rolling shutdowns at the Subaru factory in Japan, the chip shortage, and just the overall state of the US and the globe with shortages and delays in everything. They've had to push back the next gen to 2024 at the least. Hopefully, we'll have a next generation next year. So for 2023, in place of not having that new generation of Impreza Crosstrek available to purchase, Subaru has unveiled a special edition. And this special edition has brought back one of my personal favorite colors on the Crosstrek, and I know a lot of you viewers probably as well, and that is the desert khaki color. We haven't seen that since the first gen of the Crosstrek. Now, this color combo comes back out with special black door handles, mirrors, a different colored grille, different colored wheels. It's basically just an appearance package, as this car only comes with the 2-liter with 152 horsepower. We don't get the option to get the 2.5-liter. Now, essentially, when you look at it, it's basically a premium model with some different color and different trim on it. I believe the infotainment system is upgraded over what you get in a premium, but does it justify the $2,000-ish price increase? A premium Crosstrek is about $26,020, but for the special edition, you're looking at about $27,900, whereas just for $1,000, $1,500 more, you can get a Crosstrek Sport, which is probably just a little bit better optioned than this special edition. Now, if you want to get desert khaki, you're gonna have to get the special edition. From what I've heard, desert khaki will only be offered on this special edition of Crosstrek. Now, personally, I love that color, but I just can't do cloth interior. I want a limited model. But since, Subaru made eyesight across the board, no option for 2019 and newer, I'm not so inclined to buy a new Subaru, as I'm not a biggest fan of eyesight. I think it's too invasive. Now, we could option for a 6-speed manual and not have to worry about eyesight, but as far as I've seen, the special edition is only coming CVT equipped. Another bummer for the special edition. So you can't get the transmission you want, and you can't get the engine you want. You're basically paying $2,000 over a regular premium for the desert khaki paint and the special bits and bobs on the trim pieces and the wheels. I don't know if it's worth it. What do you guys think? Leave it in the comments below. Do you think this special edition is worth purchasing just to get that cool desert khaki paint job? So 2023 means it is mid-cycle refresh time for the Legacy, Outback, and Ascent. They get that in the form of a facelift. I'll put some pictures in now of the new Ascent, the new Outback, and the new Legacy, and we'll put those on a loop as we talk about them. So first, we're going to talk about the Ascent. Basically, the exact same Ascent that came out back in 2019. The only difference is the facelift and a few other bits and bobs. It's all on the surface. If you look at the front end, we see a very strong connection to the new facelifted Forester. The headlights are very similar with that jagged straight line approach, that squared off center section, and the diving points at the front. Now, the back end has been changed slightly too. We see a difference in the taillights in the hatch region. But other than that, the overwhelming majority of the vehicle is the same. We've got a new set of headlights, a grille, hood, fenders, and a new liftgate and tail lights. Basically, the interior is the same. Basically, the drivetrain is the same. Now, Subaru posted about this car on their Instagram account a few days back when they officially launched this with a press release, and I, as a smart aleck, commented, hey, while doing all these great upgrades to the Ascent, did you happen to upgrade that CVT? Because, as a lot of you know, Ascent owners have been having CVT issues, and the Subaru Ascent has ranked on a lot of 10 least reliable vehicle consumer reports due to multiple electrical issues, engine issues, and the CVT issues, which was met with, of course, no response from Subaru, but why would they respond to me? So, basically, cosmetics, no real upgrade for anything as far as the problematics in the past, as far as we know. If they have upgraded it, they didn't really let us know. They were mainly focused on the aesthetics. Moving on to the Legacy. The Legacy has this year seen an increase in sales as it was slumping. Most people were picking the Crosstrek, the Forester, and the Outback. Legacy sales are way down because when you're looking in that market, most people are buying a Camry or an Accord more so than the Legacy. It's kind of been pushed down to the bottom side of Subaru's lineup. So they have refreshed the front end. We see a new front bumper, different headlights, different grille, and I believe, I'm going off memory here, guys, I think the rear end is different. I think the tails are different. But other than that, it's pretty much the same car. Will the facelift skew you as a sedan potential buyer to go look at this Legacy? So on to the Outback. So this, guys, we can see where Toyota has been sticking their finger in this redesign on the Subarus. Look at the Outback. Look at that front bumper. Look at those swooping gills on the sides of the front bumper. It's very Solterra, BZ4X. It's very modern Toyota, Prius, Camry, Sienna. Most of these cars have these big swooping grills on the front or back bumpers now. It's a new design cue from Toyota, and it's being incorporated into the new Outback. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I like that plastic gill scoop on the front bumper. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I do like that they've got big round fog lights back at the front. They're a little bit too inboard for my taste. I would like to see them a little bit wider and lower on the bumper, but I'm not a designer for Subaru, so I can't make those decisions or changes. I can just criticize them. What do you guys think about the fog lights? Do you like where they're at? Do you think they should be further apart, down lower? Should they be bigger? Are the big heritage fog lights of the Outback of old just too dated to put into a modern vehicle with LED technology? Is it better to have just a thin LED light bar with massive output, or just some big honking round fog lights for more so aesthetics than functionality? Let me know what you think about the front end of the Outback, Legacy, and Ascent in the comments. So sales numbers for May of 22 are out for Subaru of America, and the outlook is really, really bad compared year to date with 21. Subaru's best seller, the Forester, plummets like 75% year to date from last year to this year in sales, moving about 20,000 units last May and only about 5,000 units this May. Now, there's been issues with getting parts, manufacturing issues. The plant in Japan making the Forester has had issues. So Subaru physically can't get enough Foresters made and to the US market to sell, but are buyers backing up with the changes to the economy and the current state of things? Is the market cooling down? Are people backing up off of buying new cars and holding on to their old cars longer? What do you guys think? Did the Forester drop that number of sales, that massive 72, 75% in sales, just due to shortages, or do you think something else is going on here? So looking at the numbers, Crosstrek stayed about the same, right about 1.2% drop though, staying really cemented at Subaru's number 2, number 3 bestseller. Love the Crosstrek. One of my favorite Subarus now. I'm going to do a review on the first generation Crosstrek very soon, talking about my 2013. Now, looking at the gigantic winner here, and that is the BRZ, with over 900% sales increase year to date. Now, we know why that is. May 21, we still had the old first generation BRZ. It was tired, long in the tooth, and people weren't excited about it. Now, this year, we had the brand new next generation BRZ that came out to rave reviews and drove a lot of sales. Now, I say a lot of sales relatively speaking because last year, Subaru only sold about 19 BRZs in 21 of May. This year, about 209. So that's still not a barn burner. 209 cars is not a barn burner, but compared to only 19 the year before, that is a huge increase. And hopefully they can keep up with demand for the new BRZ. Outback had a growth of about 5%. Legacy sedan really kicking it up with a 13% growth increase, although it really only about 600, 700, 800 more cars, more units than last year. Not a ton, but still better. Legacy, as I said before, had been a shrinking demographic of Legacy buyers, and it's nice to see a resurgence there. But big ups to Ascent with a 25% increase year to date. Again, amid all of the reliability issues and bad consumer reports on the Ascent, they're still selling. They haven't got that stigma like the Tribeca did years ago. So hopefully the Ascent will be around for some time. Hopefully Subaru can work out the kinks in this new model and get it to a good, reliable state to fall in line with their Outback, Crosstrek, Forester, and other reliable vehicles. So guys, what do you think? Are you inclined to buy a new vehicle right now? Are you waiting because of the economy and the current state of things? Do you think Subaru's sales are dropping because of manufacturing and supply shortages? Or do you think that the market is cooling and people are getting more restrained and buckling down for some hard times? Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one.